Emerson looked at me consideringly.
I have found part of Connaughton's royal palace. Pavements, walls, and ceilings were painted. Some have miraculously survived.
Good! That is how amazing! Do you mean that the royal heretic's palace once stood where that waste of sand now stretches?
You know of Connaughton?
Yes, indeed. He has a fascinating personality. Or do you think he was a woman?
Balderdash! That is typical of the fools who manage archaeological research today. Mariette's notion that he was taken captive by the Nubians and operated upon.
I have read of that theory. Why is it not possible? I believe the operation does produce feminine characteristics in a male. Emerson gave me a peculiar look.
That is one way of putting it. It seems more likely to me that Connaughton's physical peculiarities are an artistic convention. You will note that his courtiers and friends are shown with similar peculiarities.
Indeed?
Yes, look there.
Emerson started to sit up and clutched the sheet to him as it slid. He was a very hairy man.
This tomb belonged to a high noble of Connaughton's court. Its walls are decorated with the reliefs in the unique Amarna style.
My curiosity aroused, I reached for the lamp.
Not the lamp. I only use it when I must. The fools who light the tombs with magnesium wire and lamps are vandals. The greasy smoke lays a film on the reliefs. The mirror. Take the mirror. If you hold it at the proper angle, it will give you sufficient light.
I had observed the mirror and wondered at this unexpected sign of vanity. I ought to have known. It took me some time to get the hang of the business, with Emerson making sarcastic remarks. But finally, a lucky twist of the wrist shone a beam of reflected light through the doorway in which I stood, and I stared with wonder and delight. The reliefs were shallow and worn, but they had a vivacity that at once appealed to me. There seemed to be a parade or procession. All the small running figures followed the mighty form of Pharaoh, 10 times the size of lesser men. He drove a light chariot, handling his team of prancing horses easily. In the chariot with him was a slightly smaller, crowned person. Their heads were turned toward one another. It seemed as if their lips were about to touch. He must have loved her very much to give her such a prominent place at his side. I am inclined to agree with you, Emerson. No man who was less than a man would violate tradition by showing his devotion to his beautiful wife. Even her name, Nefertiti, the beautiful woman, has come.
You read the hieroglyphs?
A little. I indicated, without touching it, the oval cartouche in which the Queen's name was written, and then moved my finger toward the empty ovals which had once contained the names of Connaughton. I have read of this, how the triumphant priests of Ammon destroyed even the royal heretic's name after he died. It is strangely disturbing to see the savagery of their attack. How they must have hated him to obliterate even his name.
By doing so, they hoped to annihilate his soul. Without identity, the spirit of the dead could not survive.
The incongruity of the conversation, with a gentleman in pink undergarments, did not strike me until Evelyn appeared in the doorway, and as abruptly disappeared.
There is no door to knock upon. Might I come in?
Oh, curse it!
Emerson pulled the sheet over his head.
By all means, enter.